What am I supposed to say? Oh, you look good too. Now what?
But it was creepy because it was a guy that was a 5. You were close. You were so close.
Now you went too far?
This one's for you.
We go together, we go together real bad.
Ooh, baby, that sounds steamy. All I heard was blowing ass, but yeah,
Italy.
that sounds fun. In Italy.
Yes.
Yeah, make it that much cuter. I was like, yeah, we can link Sunday. And you're like, it's Easter.
It's Easter.
And I was like, oh, my bad. I keep forgetting.
Yo!
What is up? We're live. What's going on,
Are we
Precious?
live
How
right
you?
now? Cool.
We are live, girl. How are you feeling?
I'm
we
good.
we met just through the Instagrams, huh?
Yeah.
Is that how it kind of goes these days? Like, well, that goes hand in hand with like creatives. I feel like I feel like we kind of see each other's like aesthetic and like content we're putting out. We're like, oh, they look cool to like collab with. And obviously, being in LA, you kind of are running up against a lot of creatives. It's easy to connect. So that's how we connected, yeah.
Yep. So I randomly actually saw your message. I know it was months later that I saw it.
Sometimes it happens. They get buried.
They do, and sometimes people actually get mad that, that I'm responding
timing.
months later. Yeah, and for me, if you have a life, you're not tripping. You understand when people, aren't responding. I don't take it personally. So,
No.
Luckily you didn't. And
No.
yeah, the rest is history. I'm here.
Yeah, I don't think I take things like that, like a business collab as to heart or whatever, like to get to the ego. If it was like romantic,
Yeah.
I get that. Sometimes that happens, right? You like reach out, you're like, oh, she likes your stuff. You're like, oh, you're looking cute. You send in the DMs. I'm like, she liked my shit first. I'm like, oh, you're looking cute. Months go by and she just likes her. She's like, haha, thank you. And I'm just like, well, daddy's moved on. So anyways, I'll get into like the feels and the ego that way.
We could definitely talk about that.
Yeah, because I mean that happens. But like for business wise, not so much.
But I mean, it happens, and especially for, this liking back and forth. I don't really understand the like war. And then I guess you do slide into people's DMs and you say, oh, you're looking cute. So where do you go from there? Like, what do guys expect? What am I supposed to say? Oh, you look good too. Now what? What are we talking about? We're not talking about nothing.
You can progress it. See what I'm saying? People we're dealing with here. You can progress it. You can say thank you. I like your style too. And then you progress it. That's the thing. Girls don't fucking move the combo on. They're like, let me just sit here like this in the bar, sipping my cocktail. You go up, you're like, hi, you having a good night? She's like, yes. Then the guy walks away, and then in your head you're like, oh, why didn't I just say something? He did look cute. Like, why didn't I say something?
No.
That's like American girls default is to like just be like, put it back on you. What do you want?
No, I think
you can't give us a compliment too and be like, well, how's your day?
On the woman. So
of course.
For me
and the man.
Yeah, and I'm not shy for like saying, like I said when I first saw you, I was like, wow, your eyes are wonderful. Like, do you have mascara on? Those eyelashes
put me all in my head. Made my head huge in the elevator.
Right.
I'm surprised I could walk out of that elevator after that. In the whole elevator for 7 floors, just going on about the eyes. I was like, am I gonna be able to make it out with this head out of this elevator? But I did. I managed.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, I'm not afraid for giving a man a compliment.
No, you're not.
Due,
for
but
7 floors.
At the same time, I thought the elevator was gonna go to the rooftop by that point.
I thought we were gonna go out of there like Willy Wonka 1. I thought we were going out and up. Gene Wilder says, we're going out and up. But we made it here. But yeah, so you're not opposed to like hitting compliments from some men? That's nice.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that. I mean, I think as long as it's just not boring. What am I gonna say to? Oh, you look good. Okay, thank you. You look good too. Now what? Can we
be creative?
Yeah, but I'm not going to be in my DMs when you.
Oh, you're talking DMs.
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking like somebody's walking up to you.
Conversation.
Okay, DMs.
Yeah.
But it is circumstantial, right? It's like, and this is like such a tough test, right? Like when everybody tells you a story about how they had to turn down somebody, I'm like, but would that be the same if that person was a 10 to you? And it's like, oh no, that would have been cute. But it was creepy because it was the guy that was a 5.
Okay, you know
right?
what?
There's always that, because if you look at the guy's Instagram and you're like, this guy is like smart, he travels, he looks good, like he said a witty comment. Let me just go ahead and just type a little something to him. But if it's a fucking 6, you're just like, thanks, or like, or not even, right? So it always is just like, who's the recipient?
You know what though? I feel like the 6s have been winning.
Because they gotta get crafty. Because tens, like women too, like tens rely on their looks. So they're like, all I gotta do is go up and say, sup. And it's like, sup? That's all you got, dog? And the sixes are coming up with fucking like cool little intros and like witty little humorous one-liners. And you're like, you're kind of funny. And I'm telling you, as you know, I mean, well, you tell me, like, if a man can make you fucking laugh, that's like over half the battle. If he's got you like giggling and laughing, we got a game.
That's
game
true.
on.
That's true. For me, like my favorite, I always say to everybody, my favorite thing to do in the world is laugh.
Yeah.
I love to like get a good hearty laugh out at least once a day. My
you
mom
have
says,
to.
if you don't have a hard laugh and the smile, like a big smile that day, then you didn't have a good day.
Good on your mom telling you that, instilling that early because...
Yeah, ever since I was a kid.
Because I think I saw a stat recently that like literally like scientists like averaged it out and did an experiment like how much children laugh per day, and they like did it like every like decade. Like, you know, when you're a child, when you're 10, when you're 20, it goes down significantly as we age, and that's just so sad. But that like society and like us ourselves put so much pressure on ourselves that we can't live this childlike curiosity and wonderment that we lose as age goes on. I feel like you're saying, like I would say my parents kind of instilled that, but I feel like I kind of definitely hit that for myself that I have a childlike wonderment always. Like I feel like I'm always kind of like yippee, skipping around, like smiling and laughing because then it's just like, what's the other way to live?
Yeah.
Not that way. I'd rather skip around for my fucking 80 years I'm gonna be here or something. Like why is all this pressure? But I will say we are fortunate because we're both pretty young, smart, like go-getters. So like why wouldn't? Yeah. Cute girl, stop. Why wouldn't we wear like a smile all the time? But I think everybody should try very hard to like let that be their mindset and their lifestyle.
I dated this guy who he wasn't laughing
at
like
your jokes.
His real laugh. No, I mean
he was hitting you with a fake laugh.
Yeah, but
how did it go? Was he like
that was his laugh?
And you were like,
no, that was his like.
He like hit you on the
his
shoulder.
Adult laugh, you know. And I eventually I said, hey, I want to hear you like gut laugh, let it out. Like I want to hear you, even if it's an ugly laugh. Please just laugh ugly.
Yeah.
And
did you have to tickle him to get it out of him?
I did.
You were like, I'm gonna tickle the child out of you, bud.
Yeah.
And he's like, what?
And so
just
he
attack
only
him
laughed,
attack his ribs.
just like that. He only laughed really big.
With the tickle?
Shortly after that. No. Just when I would remind him, laugh.
Oh.
You know, because I think, like you were saying, when you become an adult, your world becomes more gray. You're not laughing as much. You're not smiling as much. There was a statistic, actually, that I read a couple weeks ago about men not smiling. They only
it's natural, more
they
natural.
smile maybe once a day. Maybe.
I mean, especially it depends on like where this experiment is going on, because American men, probably. But if you open up to the world of men, I feel like American men are more in touch with their like femininity and like themselves, because we're more of a like forward progressive country than you talking about Russian dudes, you talking about like German people, all those type of people not smiling in general, and then the men on top of that, so I believe that. Like that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy that people go about their days, but it is a societal thing too, because that's why I don't like traveling to like Germany and those places, because it is gray. Like even the people, me and my friend there was no count to even be had, because we were gonna say we're gonna count how many people smile back at us. Right. And we were in Berlin, and me and my buddy Kaizo, we literally went from, we're going somewhere to somewhere. We had to go from freaking train to grocery store to somewhere to meet friends for lunch. Mm-hmm. Dude, not one smile back. It's like weird, like we're smiling at people like.
Well, they probably thought you were weird.
No, exactly. You kind of smile at them like this, and they're kind of like, they double take looking at you. They're like, do they want something? Like, it's like they take a smile the wrong way.
Absolutely,
it's
the
crazy.
Wrong way. And it's sad because
hell yeah.
Just as kids, we just smile and we live freely and we're able to express our emotions. If you're sad, you're gonna cry, whether you're in public or in private, and I think that's the most free way to live. But I mean, when you're going to different cultures, I guess, you shouldn't expect a smile back.
Well, it depends where. Like, I think Spain's super open. All these, like, Latina cultures, like, they're smiling right back at you first, actually. Because I have to shake off.
Well, that's because you're good looking, so.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. We're super fortunate, so smiles come our way easier, and we can smile back easier because the world looks at us with a brighter lens.
Yeah.
So no, I know that.
In some ways with a brighter lens, because in other ways, pretty privilege, there's a pros and cons.
Always.
For sure.
Yeah.
And especially with, different aspects in life, whether you're dealing with business or just even work, right? I think that for pretty privilege, you're going to make a lot of contacts, but then again, you have to make sure that you have boundaries when you make those contacts, because a lot of those contacts, especially with men, they're like, okay, what's
the angle?
Alternative? Yeah, what is your angle here?
Yeah.
Do you actually want to work together, or do you have another angle?
Yeah.
And
I would say more times than not, it's probably an angle, right? Do you get a lot of angle action, or have you like gotten karate enough where you can sense it like right away?
yeah, and then that's just it's a done deal.
You're like, oh, I can tell what he's getting at. No, I'm okay, thank you, but no, we don't need to meet up.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's unfortunate because I like to see myself as like a
Professional.
connector.
Yeah.
Not just professional. Yes, I'm professional, but I like to connect people where I say, oh, you're working in, I don't know, tech field, and I know this person who's working in marketing, and you have a business, and let me just connect you two. But I can't do that if these people have different angles for me, and it's just, it's unfortunate for them. But for the people that it works, it works.
Yeah.
So
All you can do is keep surrounding yourself with the right people, genuine people with good intentions, and that's how you win. Of course, we gotta sift through the BS. You more than, women more so than men, because we're the ones usually like having angles. Like women have angles, but yeah.
Women do have angles.
Yeah.
I'm not going, yes.
Yeah, for sure.
That is true.
But I think men are more in control
I agree.
of the angle. It's more of like, fuck, if this guy's got it out for you in some way.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's usually the men that are doing the pushing with the convo or like with the angle, but women are usually like more coy about it.
Right. Like I was networking and I networked with this guy, and he already expressed that he's attracted to me, but I'm not attracted to him. But then I said, okay, we can be friends. Are you like, can you
have the
that?
disciplined brother to be in the same room with me and not go werewolf on me?
Right. Can you handle that? And then, the next time we meet and he texts me later saying, you looked good today. That's great. I'm okay with that. That's a compliment. I'll take it.
Take where you can get
That's
it.
okay.
Okay.
But then don't follow it up with, that's my type. Now you went
One too far, brother. You were close. You were so close.
Now you went too far.
He goes, "You look good today. That's just my type."
Yeah.
And did he have like the tongue emoji? Like,
No.
You were like, "Okay, hold on. What are we talking about here?"
But that puts women in an awkward position because we've already had this conversation. Like, why do I have to now remind you and keep you, at bay?
Well, then that's just like, there goes the contact, right? Because then you just remind them. You're like, hey, you said that it'd be cool if we were just friends. This doesn't feel friendly. Like, I don't think we need to like collab anymore.
Right.
Or if you're like, I'll see you
That
around.
sucks.
It sucks. You have to turn and burn more people. You have to just go meet more people, because it sounds like you probably run into that. They're like, okay, that's contacts out of the Rolodex. Now I got to go
Out of the Rolodex, yeah.
meet other people. But that's okay. I guess that's just doing business. And because look, that you have to like we were saying, pros and cons. You rather be in the position you're in than like somebody that's like is unfortunate with just their looks. They could be great in all these other areas, but nobody will give them the time of day or invite them to networking stuff just because they look a certain way.
Yeah.
So at least we can work the angle and work the show business aspect of shit, as opposed to never even getting a ticket to the counter.
But let me say one thing.
Go ahead.
Okay. I have seen a lot of people without the pretty privilege get much further.
Yeah.
And because your looks only last for so long.
Then you gotta back it up.
Yeah, and you don't have to deal with the other angle people. When you don't have pretty privilege, you're not dealing with, oh, is this guy, trying to talk to me in addition to trying to network with me? Is this the only reason why he's networking with me? I wouldn't have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, there's always pros and cons to everything.
Everything.
Honestly. Yeah.
Everything.
But I mean, what about you? When you're pretty privileged?
Obviously, I get it, but I feel like it's nipped in the bud pretty quickly, just because, now I'm in the position of like, I'm the director, so it's like I've already kind of gotten past that. So I don't need to do any like more like proving myself. Mm-hmm. Like, we've already acquired the money, you know what I'm saying? So if we're already working on films, it's like, I don't need to like, and the pretty privilege has worked out for me because it gets people enticed and they're able to give me those opportunities. Mm-hmm. But then, like we're saying, it's up to us to like capitalize on it. Mm-hmm. Then if I'm like, they're just inviting me in the room or to the networking event because I'm a good looking guy or whatever, if I don't follow up and say the right things and like prove myself in those areas, then it's nil. Then it opens the door for like, well, what? Then the person's like, well, what other use is he? Oh, he's just a hot piece of ass. Let me just try to get with him. But if I'm proving myself, like, and like bringing my value to the table, that I'm like, I'm worth more. I'm gonna benefit you. This isn't a one-sided ask.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Because then it's like people come and there's like, what can you do for me? Usually, like the hot person like gets invited because there's older producers and they want to like have attractive people around. But then it's like I'm saying, it's not a one-sided ask because then I'm bringing shit to the table too.
Yeah.
I'm like, you need us, like you need me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So then
it's mutual.
Right, it's mutually beneficial, and then we could both like profit off it. Then they respect you. Then it's like it's hard for them to go back on it. Like I have women producers that definitely have like affection for me, but because I'm the man, like they're waiting on me to tip the hand. But I never would because I'm not attracted, and also I don't want to have dirty business.
Right. Exactly.
But who knows if that was a fucking 10 and this producer from the Middle East that is like loving us and giving us money and she's like fucking like Gal Gadot and like has a purse, it's like, I don't know if I can like keep it together in the room. Because if she's into it, not like me progressing, but I'm like, because even my like.
So then that's the gray line for you.
Well, for everybody, like we're describing, if the guy you're talking about in your phone that's like, yo, you look great tonight, especially you my type, and he's a 10 for you, you're like, ooh, I might need to do business and get messy with him.
You know.
That's how it goes. Because then it sounds like a romantic story, right? Then it's like, oh, I met my boyfriend. We were collabing and we were at a film festival together and he produced my film. And you
So
know,
my question
then it's hot.
With that is there are still a lot of 10s in the world, right? So say you have your
Shit, send
10.
them my way. Where they at?
Say you have your 10.
Yeah.
And there's another 10 that then comes into this situation and you're doing business
I'm
with
like,
them, then what?
You boys better fight it out. You guys better put on some boxing gloves and get sweaty. I'm gonna get some popcorn. No, wait, sorry, there's 2 10s. And what are we doing with them?
No, because you said like temptation basically for you wins, right? If it's gonna be
No,
hard
I
for
think
you
it's just
to-
more
to deal
tempting.
with
I don't think it wins.
Oh,
But I'm
okay.
just saying it would win that, like it would be a different scenario, always.
Okay.
Right? If it's like you're dealing with like a 50-year-old woman and like she's attracted to you, like I'm chilling, we're just doing business. But
Just because she's 50?
well, no, that plays into it. She's just older, she's been divorced, and like she like is like putting energy towards me romantically, and I'm just like, oh, I'm like that's just not my attraction. But if my 10 came, like if that person was the 10 in my eyes, I would be like, this is our romance story. I met her on a film in Egypt. She wanted to produce shit. She did produce shit. She's like, come see me in Cairo and shit. I'm like, this is cute. But it's just not because it's a 55-year-old woman and that's just what it is.
Man.
But that's every scenario.
It's not because she's 55.
That plays a factor.
Really?
Yeah. I want to have
Does it?
kids.
How old are you?
30. I want to have
30.
kids.
Okay.
You know, I mean, she's out for, I mean, that's a big deal.
How old did you think he was?
Oh, not close to 50.
No, but not even
Christ,
close.
I would be like,
But what I'm
sweetie, I
thinking-
gotta go do my makeup. Okay, yeah, so you were calling me what, 50? Is that what you
No,
were
I
saying?
wasn't
We had to
calling
take a
you
break because I had to get a fucking makeup wipe because I was tearing up. Go ahead. Fucking closer to 50, closer to 30, what is it?
No.
Give us
I
your
was saying,
answer.
'cause, I mean, I feel like there are definitely women, even at 50 years old,
That are popping out babies? Where they at?
No, depending on your, on your goals in life. or
They're
what you
hot. No,
wanna
they're
do.
beautiful women, but for me,
Yes.
like to have like relationship goals, like that's not in the equation. But of course, there's beautiful like 50-year-old women.
So they're automatically out for you just because your goals are to eventually get married,
Yeah.
and have kids and
Hell
do
yeah.
the whole 9, which they've already been through, basically.
Yeah, probably. And they just have different goals, and they're 50.
That's what I'm saying. End it with they're 50.
So yeah, that's what makes it not cute. Versus it could have been it could be the hottest situation on planet Earth
Yeah,
if it was just a 10.
but it's a no-go. Got it.
Have you ever had some like onset relationships that kind of like were, because those are cute, because that's why everybody has to realize, like when Hollywood actors are acting together and they are on a fucking film for 3 to 6 months, they're playing romantic lovers, and then you're like, oh, they're dating, and then they fall out of love. Because our job as actors is to like make that convincing, and it's so easy if like you're on set, y'all are both cute, y'all are both single, y'all probably both vibe the same, and then you blur the lines with like we're playing character but we're playing real life. Yeah, onset romances are cute.
I think they're cute.
Have you had any that are like notable that you like kind of, no? You kind of kept it chill?
Yeah, I'm actually not really into, like, again, that's mixing work. Yeah, I'd rather just find somebody outside of that realm.
Do you mostly date like artists, like business guys, entrepreneurs, like lumberjacks? What are you into?
I've dated different, lumberjacks.
There be things on Instagram, these dudes hacking wood down and women are just going for it. I'm like,
You know what?
do I need to start hacking wood?
That is hot.
I bet it is, like as a woman. Like, I mean, I'm seeing it as a man, I'm like, I get this.
Yeah.
Burly ass man just like fucking chopping wood right in half, looking at you sweating. He's like, this one's for you. Fucking whoop, whoop. And the last one, whoop, and it just goes flying and he just, and he walks off frame. I'm like, I'm gonna need to situate my shit before this flight takes off.
That's hilarious.
Everybody's looking over my shoulder I'm watching lumberjack shit. So are you into that?
I've seen that video before. It's not on my explore page or anything, so I haven't.
Shit, that
given
shit's
it
in
that
my
much
saved
time.
categories.
That's hilarious.
That's in my save folder.
But I would say that's hot. I'm into like
Masculine
I think a
men?
mixture of for sure. I think that I want him to take care of himself, but I also want him to not lean so much into his femininity because I want to be completely in my femininity.
Oh, yeah?
And I've been too often where I have been forced out of my femininity. So yeah, that's what I would say in my next stage of who it is that I choose to date. I've dated all types of, different occupations and different cultures, and yeah, I mean, if we go together, we go together real bad.
Ooh, baby, that sounds steamy. Wait, so what, is there something that you would say like attracts you more, like artist versus businessman, or maybe aesthetic? Put together your ideal man. Can you put it together, or is it like all just energetic spirit shit, like where it's like we connect?
It's all of the above. Like,
All the above.
I want him to be about his business, but I want him to also be,
business.
be able to turn it off and say, here, I'm present.
Yes.
Let's go do something. Let's go do sip and paint. Let's go do, let's travel.
Do a little pottery class. Write some courses.
I like pottery. What's wrong with that?
No, I'm down. That's what I'm saying. Like you said, fishing or paint and chips or whatever.
Sip and paint.
Sip and paint.
Fish and chips, paint and fish. I don't know what but I knew what you were talking about, and I also was like, fuck it, might as well throw a fucking pottery class in there.
Yes, pottery. Yes, all of the above. I want to explore new things. Let's go do a blowing glass class together.
All I heard was blowing
In
ass, but yeah,
Italy.
that sounds fun. In Italy.
Yes.
Yeah, make it that much cuter.
Exactly.
No, that does sound fun. What about like physicality?
Of course, there are those who fit in the margins that aren't even going to fit into that. But, I prefer a fit man.
Yeah.
One who is.
Because he respects
in the
himself
gym.
with his body. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to.
One who takes care of his skin. So
Skincare
teeth,
big.
Teeth has to be popping.
Mm-hmm.
Loves to laugh, loves to smile, loves like family.
Oh yeah, family oriented.
Yes, very much so family oriented.
Because you are, it sounds like.
I am.
Because you kept reminding me, I was like, yeah, we can link Sunday. And you're like, it's Easter.
It's Easter.
And I was like, oh, my bad. I keep forgetting.
I guess you aren't then, huh?
Well, my mom actually just texted me. She said, I sent you a package. You only can open it on Sunday when you FaceTime us. So they live in Atlanta, so I can't see them. Your family's here. So it's easy for you?
Yeah, I mean, I've had my own place, but like I said, I travel a lot.
So it's not even like you're there?
Yeah, I'm not really there.
Okay.
And then, I had my own place over in Marina, and then.
Delray, how was that?
It was nice.
Yeah, it looks cool.
I mean, it's right next.
It's pretty
to the
slow,
airport and-
but like in a good way, like nice slow down pace.
Yeah, just right outside the city. So it's actually a good area. And I went to the LA Fitness over there, that class. It's very pretty.
Yeah,
nice.
I was thinking about moving there.
Mhm.
That'd be cute.
It's a good area. I would go and just drink my coffee and on the beach in Manhattan.
Damn right.
Skateboard or skate. So
Dude.
I also have my board and I got my roller skates as
Doing
well.
kickflips and shit? Why not?
So in college, I used to skateboard to my classes because my bike got stolen a couple times. So I
So
just
you had to
said,
roll it up?
F it, I'm gonna skateboard.
Hell yeah.
And then I was trying to catch the bus and I went off the curb, like jumped off the curb.
Kick flipped off the curb.
Yeah, and then I went back up the curb, but the back tire, or
Scuffed.
the wheel, stopped. I didn't lift up the front of so I went flying in front of this bus. Everybody was getting on the bus, and I had my phone in my hand, so I didn't even brace my fall.
You just ate it.
My chin braced my fall.
Your chin ate it and
Yes.
just busted open, I bet.
Busted open.
Did you get stitches?
I thought I wanted to like lay there because I like blacked out. Like I
kinda went like-
was embarrassed. So I got up really quickly, and I shouldn't have got up that quickly because I
Your
was
head.
not seeing. Yeah, exactly. So I was embarrassed, got up, just dusted myself off, got on the bus.
And everybody's like, you're fucking bleeding.
Yeah, and so I looked in the mirror. It felt like a movie because I just looked in the mirror and I felt like I was out of my body, and I opened up my chin and I could just see the white.
Oh.
Yeah. And I turned to the driver. I said, "Is this good? Do you think I'm good?"
He's like, hold on, I got a stapler for you. He just
No,
staples
he
your
said,
shit
"You
shut.
need to go get stitches."
You need to go get stitches. How many did you get?
I don't even know, because the lady that was there, luckily I didn't even have to pay for it. She just took pity
What?
on me. Yeah, I was like,
Where'd you
wow,
go?
you are an
In the
angel.
dock alley?
No. I went to
You went to
so
like
I went
urgent
to
care?
Santa Barbara. So I went to the school hospital thing there.
Just because it was close?
Yeah, I just got off the bus and hopped back on my board. I had to hop back on my board to get to the.
You were like, this board better not fuck me again.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. You just didn't have to pay for it. Never heard from that person again. Got good stitches, it sounds like.
Yeah, it was an angel. She was an angel.
Fuck yeah.
So,
So-
then that was the end of me doing my tricks and stuff. I don't.
You just ride now?
I just ride, keep it chill.
Ride and you do rollerblading?
Yeah. So I don't like the blades. I do quads. So I skate
No
on quads.
way. You do the front thing, you have to fucking hoof it? That one? Where it's 2 and 2?
Yeah.
With one in the front, the stopper in the front?
Yeah.
Oh my god. No, I do the blades.
No, those ones hurt.
The insides of your leg?
It hurts. Yeah.
A little bit. If you're not wearing like 2 pairs of long socks, like it will cut, like dig into you.
Yeah.
I don't know how to ride the other ones. I feel like a goofball riding those other ones.
They're so much more like fun, and you can do more things. You can like turn really easily. Go on one wheel if you wanted to turn.
Oh hell no, that's how I do a split
Oh, it's great.
and rip something. I think I did those, the roller, no, it's not rollerblading, so that's roller skating.
Yeah, really.
On the roof, they had like a place in WeHo where you could do it on the roof. Everybody looking silly as fuck. Also, the fucking rink was on a rooftop, so it was like slanted, and everybody's like fucking trying to get up, like go up, then you come kind of down. And it was like, I never felt more like vulnerable ever.
That sounds so much fun though.
It was. You kind of couldn't stop. You're like, oh fuck, and then you just kind of had to hit the rink.
That was in Hollywood?
West
Or
Hollywood. It
West
was on top of shit. It's not called In-N-Out, is it? What is it called?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? Okay. Yeah, it's a place on the corner. It's a nice rooftop. It's a cool bar. It's a bar, and they also like you can see movies up there and shit with like beanbags.
Huh. Well, that sounds good. I'll have to look up what.
Up and down or some shit. I don't fucking know. It's a good little summer rooftop if you're ever like going on a date or.
Is it every week or something, or is it like?
Yeah.
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 Oh, that sounds fun.
Not the roller stuff. The roller stuff was in I think the winter.
Oh.
Because they're kind of giving it like an ice rink vibe.
Oh yeah. Then no. I don't want to do anything outside in the winter unless it's like skiing or something, you know.
I don't miss skiing either. I skied a lot as a kid and a teen. But I I never go destination wise like to somewhere cold. It's always tropical.
Yeah. Always. I'm a tropical gal.
I need sun. I don't
wanna
want no
just be on the
fucking
island.
snow and fucking bundling up and shivering and shit.
Exactly.
Nah, I'm good.
You
There's
know
other
what,
places.
though? When I travel, I actually like prefer to just go to a beach.
Right.
Because exploring cities and stuff, that's also work. It's work. You
I
have
dig
to
that.
Get up and you have to go see everything, and I just want to chill. I want to go get my drink, lay on the beach, Baywatch,
Oh shit.
or go to the get on a boat, go sit in the middle of the water, and just absorb the sun on the deck of the boat.
I can do that.
fun.
That sounds about fucking right. Yeah, I do. I go to those places too, but I feel like I do that, and then my brain gets a little bit like bored, especially when I'm in a new city and also I love getting like pictures and videos, and I'm like, I gotta go explore the mode. So like I need to go see like It doesn't have to be cities, because even in these fucking like tropical locations, it's there's still things to explore, but my explore hat gets too much on.
Yeah, I mean, I like to go see things. You know, if I was in Bali or Thailand or something, I'd be like, let's go see if there's, you know, what the waterfalls look like. And anything water, I think, then I'd be down to go explore, because I just love water. But I feel like if you've seen a city, you've seen them all, you know?
Oh, yeah.
The cities, if you go to freaking, I don't know, Spain, and you're in downtown there and big buildings, and you go to Sao Paulo and like downtown there, big buildings.
Yeah.
It's pretty much, you've seen a city, you've seen them all.
So yeah, you need the outdoorsiness.
Yeah, exactly.
That's nice. Are you water sign?
I am.
Nice. I'm not
What are
astrology at all, but I was guessing. Earth. Virgo.
Ooh,
Wait, what is yours?
Virgo.
Aquarius?
I am not. People always think Aquarius is water.
Because aquatic, yeah, I guess it goes.
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm a Scorpio.
Scorpio. Okay, cool.
So November.
Okay, so yeah, close by. Yeah, I like the B-Day in fall. It feels good.
Yeah.
Because it was always nice for me, because at least my birthday is like a great date, because it's always on Labor Day weekend, and it's always like
What is it?
September 2nd. So it's always like the first or second weekend we were back in school.
Yeah.
So we had that fresh feeling. You're back in school, but we had the long weekend, and so especially like, you know, well, always growing up, but also in college, it was just great, because it was like the first game day weekend. Like we had the long weekend. Yeah, so I liked my B-Day. September 2nd's good, and it was close to my other friend's birthday, August 31st. So we'd always like throw shindigs.
Are you still friends?
Yeah, big cat.
You were speaking in past, so I'm like, you don't.
Well, we haven't had. Well, we did a conjoined fucking B-Day. We went to Costa Rica like 4 years ago. That was fun. But yeah, love him. He's one of my longest running friends, I would say. Yeah. Do you have any like childhood friends?
I do.
Good.
My circle is small though. So
Yeah.
I have my longest friend is from 3rd grade. Yes, 3rd grade.
Still friends?
Still friends.
She's still here?
Still here. Then I have one in high school, and then I have one in college.
Nice.
Yeah, so those are my longest friends.
Yeah, I think I got a couple in.
A couple in college.
Yeah, a couple in middle school. Good buddy from college, and then most of my friends now currently, obviously, like, or when I met them, more to who I am now, are people I met in New York. And then I moved out here first to LA, and they all started moving out here too.
Yeah. I love New York.
Yeah.
I love it.
Great place to go to acting school, and we had an amazing time. Yeah.
So you did go to acting school.
Yeah, so I did. I went to business school to the University of Georgia, did a 180. After graduation, like literally 3 weeks later, moved to New York City, went to acting school for 2.5 years. And then, yeah, I got out, started doing plays and short films and whatever the fuck we could do, all the print, the modeling and shit. I did hand modeling for fucking 2 years, crushed it. I have very hairy hands, but they loved them.
Well, you know what? When you were like messing with your face, I was like, oh, you have nice hands.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'll take
I mean, they're still nice hands.
Yeah.
Great. I mean,
Yeah,
women look at hands. That is one thing that we
Oh,
look
really?
at. We look at the veins too, you know.
Oh,
on
the vascular.
forearm.
I get the
Yeah.
vascular.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get the attraction. But you, dude, did hand modeling. So we did all the shits.
How long did you do hand modeling?
I think this agent randomly hit me up and was like, I think you could do, like, would you want to work? And I'm like, sure. She was a parts agent. Parts as in like hands,
Limbs.
feet. Yeah, like even like stand-ins, like the back of you. Like, but I only ever got booked heavy for hand shit.
That's hilarious.
And I would get hella work, and also I would get fucking like regular work. Like I was the hand guy for fucking HelloFresh. HelloFresh. Yeah, I was that.
That's a good gig right there.
Well, New York is just like it's also right out of like acting school. You're just getting all these like odd jobs, and so I was like the HelloFresh hand guy, also like a bunch of jewelry hand guys, but also for like 2 years straight, I was because I did fit modeling, which is like if you're the right like measurements,
Yeah.
you come in and fit the new clothing. And I liked this job because it was so, what do you call it? Obviously, it was like mundane as shit, but I was learning a lot fashion, like behind the fashions industry. So for Calvin Klein, I was their medium guy. Like I have like true medium like measurements. So all the clothes that they were churning out from their factories, they would have me try them on. You got fucking 6 people around you, like tugging on you, making sure and like putting clips around you where it's not hitting right. Like, oh, this is snug here, but it's loose here. Like I would be trying. So all the clothes you saw, like, I don't know, whenever I was in New York for those 2 years, that all the mediums on the shelves was like Calvin Klein was fitted to me. So
that's great.
A funny little situation. I would walk in and be like, dude, that's the J Hart medium right there, dude. That'll fit me good. I know it will. I'm the one fucking hitting all those. It was mostly fit shit, like their fitness wear. But yeah, that was cool because I could learn. They were just saying a lot of things, and like they had people on Zooms like figuring shit out. So just getting like the behind the scenes on what it takes to like for apparel merchandise to like go from like factory to like callbacks to making it to the fucking mannequin was a cool process to see.
So do you miss New York? It sounds like you had a lot of things going on out there.
I don't miss it now, but I know it was so amazing. It was perfect for when it was in my life. Like it was the perfect timing. I needed to be there. Perfect people I met, perfect acting school, most amazing experiences that you can like accumulate in New York City. Like I thoroughly enjoyed my time, and it made such an impression on me and my personality. It did its time. And now like I'm also a type of personality that's like I'm always on to the next thing. And like why go backwards? Like some of my friends miss New York. They're like, fuck, if there was more industry in New York, I would just live in New York. And I'm like, nah, I don't need to go back to New York. Like I did it, we crushed it. That was such our time in New York. We were young in acting school, like fucking alley cats, just fucking around, just like trying to figure ourselves out, and also like colliding with the melting pot of New York City and all these fucking characters and people. Like we became fucking like animals, dude, and it was fun.
Yeah.
But now it's like I'm on to other things.
What are you on to now? What are you doing here in California?
So yeah, I'm not even been here 2 years. So I moved here. It'll be 2 years in June. So almost 2 years. Yeah, left New York because New York was just kind of hitting a ceiling career-wise, especially, and also personality-wise. Like I feel like I was like 7 years in New York. I was like, all right, I'm kind of like been here, done that, vibes, feeling personally, and also the work was just hitting stagnant. Like, dude, I'm an actor and also a filmmaker that went to school and shit. So, I mean, like I said, those jobs were cool, but like, why am I holding the fucking HelloFresh shit? And why am I fucking wearing this medium ass Calvin Klein shit? Yeah. I'm like, when am I gonna be Bradley Cooper and like make my own fucking films and like act with like amazing, talented people? We gotta go to fucking LA. Like, also, I was over fucking I couldn't do one more winter in New York. Like we said, we're sun people, and like, I need nature. Bro, seasonal depression is a thing there. 4 months out of the year, if not 5, depending on how bad the winter is, New York sucks. Like, people think it's romantic, and it is. Like the first couple times when, you know, it's holiday time and Fifth Avenue looks beautiful and the snow's looking just right, and that's great. You know, 7 times. Like, I don't need it another time to be like bundled up in my fucking apartment and everybody's like, and also there's like a social anxiety. It's like people can't just chill. The pace is a little too frazzling. New York's energy like jerks you around.
It does. So,
but here you can dictate your own energy. There's not outside forces that are like combating you every day. I'm just trying to go get fucking groceries. Why do I gotta come and get this bullshit right now? Why am I sitting on the fucking train? Somebody farted in my face. I'm like, that plays a part in my day. But that's why you do New York, to live that way. But it's not forever.
Yeah.
It's not forever. And it's a hustle. Everywhere you go is a hustle. Everything you do is a hustle.
And I love that. I feel like every single time I go to New York, I get this. I feel so grounded in amidst all this chaos.
It's amazing to visit, and I always say that still. Like, even though I don't miss it, I know that it's like one of the best cities in the world. Mm-hmm. I don't know about now. I hope it didn't take such a fucking toll now after like COVID and stuff, because that's kind of when I went through COVID. I moved here in 2022 or 3. But anyways, I hope that it's still, because even I could tell a difference. Obviously, after COVID, it took a hit and the city got wonkier. But even before then, like people I would hang out with that were like a bit older and like we're in New York in like its heyday, like the fucking mid 90s. They fucking landed in New York City, mid 90s. They're 21 years old. He's working in the fashion industry. My buddy Todd, love you Todd. He was the first person that let me sleep on his couch for a month when I didn't have a crib. He was my first friend in New York. He came to the cafe I was working at a famous cafe that was in the Sex and the City show. So it like got like a reverie. It was in Union Square, fucking the coffee shop. Of course, closed down. Now it's a fucking bank. Like New York has been that. Like that's what they were saying in the 2016, 2017 when I was there. They were like, Jared, I wish you could see, because I would like be like we're talking about, like so like, oh, every time I would go over there and hang out with them for the weekend, because I just moved to New York, I was like, oh, this and that and this, and went to this place and came up across this, and they were like, hell yeah. They were like, oh, but I just wish you saw it in the mid 90s, like when it was like New York was proper, because now they were like, we feel bad for you because all these mom and pop shops that got like X'd out because of CVS's and Walgreens and Amazon are now fucking banks. He was like, so it's like the shops kind of went out the door and capitalism kind of overran Manhattan
But
and
it's
Brooklyn.
really, the people who sold.
Sold?
They had to sell their business in order to be
No, we
over.
get the reason we got here, but like it sucks that we got here, and like now New York is just this like fucking banks and CVS's and Walgreens and like things that can survive and have survived over the time. And also New York's like lost its edge, but it's still an amazing city. Like you don't want to talk shit, but if we're doing comparables, that's what they would always tell me, and I was like, damn, because that's like sometimes it's a question, right? It's like where, because I'll pose this question to you. In what time period ever in history would you want to be 21 years old and go and like pop in that city? What city and what time period? It's a fun one.
It would be between New York and LA.
When do you think, like 80s, 90s,
Probably
1920s?
The 90s.
90s.
Yeah, probably. I'm stuck in the 90s. I'm a 90s baby, but
Yeah, you want to be 21 in the 90s.
just even the music, like
Hip hop.
I'll play. All types of music from the 90s and early 2000s. But it would be nice to go back during maybe the 50s.
50s?
To New York.
Yeah.
50s.
I'm trying to think what was going on then. I don't know if that's a good time though, right? Wasn't that very like turmoil for America? Civil rights movement and things. Maybe 50s would be a fun time. I feel like what jumps out decades-wise in America is like roaring 20s.
Well, I think fashion. Well, I was thinking really.
You think of fashion?
When women would get dressed up and go out and just to even get groceries, we were getting dressed up in the city in New York.
That's hot.
And the men would be out there wearing suits.
I think 70s is more up the alley, right? Because you got all these people. Yeah, that's when like the era of like psychedelia was huge. You got a lot of rebellion, because that's what it was. I think a lot of like teens were rebelling towards their parents, because that was after fucking Vietnam. You got all these people like trying to like anti-establishment, and so then you got the free love movement, and then you got the what was the big fucking festival they'd go to? Fucking Woodstock. That'd be fun, because then you got the shirt you're wearing was fucking, I feel like came in heavy. That could be a fun era. Yeah.
Just free living and having fun, and you can get away with a lot.
Probably way more than now, right?
Much more than now.
And I feel like we live like a little bit more tighter because things are kind of seen everywhere, and also we were talking about this the other day on something. Because we have the phone in our pocket and we have the entertainment, and we can just lay on the couch and flip through stuff and watch entertaining shit. There's less social living going on. Back then, if you wanted to live a life, you had to get up and out. There was way more action to it. Where's the concert nearby? Oh, I heard this new like bar opening up. Let me go see there. Oh, I heard live music's going on Thursdays. Like you were up and out, and that's how you like made your experiences. That's how you lived life. That would be the exciting part for me.
I would agree. For me too.
Like Hot Tub Time Machine did it well. For how goofy that movie was, the first one, they all like get Hot Tub Time Machine back. They're like in the 70s or 80s where they're past like younger selves. They don't have cell phones. It's like, wait, so I have to like go to that thing and then meet that girl because she told me to? And you're like, yeah, you go, she said to go meet you at noon tomorrow at this place, and you got to go meet her. And he's like, that sounds exhausting, but like, I'm excited. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's a fucking adventure every day, but we get things figured out on our phone quite easily now.
Yeah, it's unfortunate people don't get excited over just little things like that anymore. But I wish, I don't even know how we would go back to that, to be honest.
You can't now, it's in the past.
You think forever?
Yeah, technology is like two hand in hand. We're gonna get the Neuralink in our fucking heads soon.
Who? Not me.
I'm okay with it. Not so much like this Neuralink situation, but do you not get frustrated with your phone? And I'm like, okay, we're so in sync almost that like, why does it feel clunky? Like if it was just a part of me more.
You would be that person that says yes Really? You would say yes?
It depended on what it was. Like, also, maybe not obviously invasive first, but if I could wear like the Google glasses and something, if I can just be like talking and flowing, because I'm just coming from a creativity standpoint. When me and my friends are ever trying to create shit, there is a clunkiness with like just expressing our creativity into the script that we're writing, or trying to storyboard, or trying to like pull
That's
up.
what ChatGPT is for.
I know, but it's not working at a more efficient enough pace. If it was like already like in our eye, or already on our, on our same wavelength, then it's like hitting the screen and we're talking and like it's working all in one. But now I'm having to do this, and like literally our creativity dampens a bit because we either lost the idea, or we're not remembering it, or we're trying to pull up a reference that can help the client right here. But if it could it's like if it could be in the room like an Alexa and be working with us, and it's like she's already pulling up things, and like we're like, okay, thank you, and we can just all turn our attention here, and it's like, oh, it's crafting it in the, right here and now. That's where I am like looking at my phone trying to type shit out. Oh God, especially like when we were talking yesterday. Remember you were like, are you doing a million things at once? I'm like, yeah, something downloaded. The fucking editor's asking me this thing. I'm like, why can't we all just like be on the same wavelength? I'm like, we can. It's close, and I might be for it.
You might be for it.
I'm not, and I wouldn't be super for like the invasive situation, but maybe if I can wear like a Google glasses, whatever the fucking thing would be next.
So you know how annoyed we get? I mean, I don't know about you. I get annoyed with just staring at my phone all day.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have to stare anymore. If I could live and something can be working and like I could be answering.
But you would put glasses on with the phone screen.
Well,
right
I'm not
here
so much
in
thinking
front of
like
your face.
maybe it's watching what I'm doing. I don't think me looking at it.
So now you're comfortable with being watched all day.
We're already.
I mean, not really, unless you put a camera cover on your phone, right? I usually have one on my phone because when did we become comfortable with having just a camera lens staring at it?
I know that they're like watching and listening, and I've just accepted it.
Who is they?
The government, or whatever you want to call them. I mean, there's literally my fucking uncle works for like the government contracts them to build massive data centers, and that's the thing now that they're building for Amazon, for Google, for Facebook. That new pioneering aspect to tech is data storage. They're storing all this shit. I'm just throwing my hands up because it's impossible to avoid now because we have so much around us. And I'm just like, if y'all want it, y'all got it. Like, what are we gonna do on it? Are we talking blackmail? Like, of course, if a woman like is some creep watching me naked and like do things, I don't give a fuck. Like now, it's also like it's just in the cloud.
It's somewhere out there.
Yeah, so if I could trade off like, them, because I would turn it on and off, like whatever this tech would be, but there's no on and off to an Alexa in your place.
That's why
This thing is listening to us. They've proven that you turn off your iPhone, it's not off.
Yeah.
You can still track it. So that means that it's still giving off like whatever it is. That's what it was. Somebody turned it off, but they were in the car doing on maps, right? They were going somewhere. They turned it off. And I think somehow they linked their car to it, and their car was still tracking with their phone or something. So anyways, there's no off about it. So now it's just like accepting it, and like hopefully when that tech comes out and we can work more hand in hand. Cause dude, I was getting my ass beat yesterday just fucking doing the editor stuff. Like they send me,
Sorry. I'm like paying attention to what you're saying, but I just noticed that vase behind you, and it's really
so
pretty.
nice. It was a gift.
It's pretty.
From an Italian lover, and I felt bad because I had lost feelings when she gave it to me.
Aww.
But I still told her how much I liked it.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
It's very pretty.
Are those flowers real?
No, I couldn't
No?
keep up real flowers because I didn't want the water, but she brought it from Italy.
I like it.
So nice. You can put it on the wall. It's got the stand over here. I just put it on the stand.
Yeah. It reminds me, I don't know if you've seen the book called The Atlas of the Heart.
No, is that like
It's a
fictional?
very popular book. I actually never finished reading it. I bought it for a friend of mine. I saw someone reading it on the plane, and the cover is a heart, and I think there are flowers growing out of it, so that's why I thought maybe it was related to that. But it's not. Yeah, The Atlas of the Heart.
It's a cool piece. I thoroughly enjoy looking at it. I'm gonna make it a featured situation now.
Yeah, it's pretty. I like it.
Yeah,
Sorry to cut you off. I got distracted. You leaned one way, and I was like, oh, wow, there's color behind you.
Yeah, no, I like this piece a lot. I'll hopefully take it wherever I go.
So national security. I was thinking about going back to the cameras and stuff. So I met this very interesting person while traveling, and this company, it has to do with tech that we were talking about, and just how far tech is going to go with
to the utmost.
And his company, basically, I've never heard of it. I mean, maybe you have. It's called LiDAR.
Is LiDAR a company? I thought that was just a term
it's not a company, but it's a technology, I guess, that
they came out with LiDAR.
So their company focuses on LiDAR. And
As they should. It's the future for archaeology and shit. They just fucking found out the fucking pyramids are now a fucking spaceship or whatever.
Really?
Not a spaceship. I'm exaggerating. I mean, did you not hear about that?
No.
Oh wait, you go first, and I'll tell you what LiDAR is like. It has been able to give us.
So this company basically is going to, or it is, because it's in play right now. It shows you, it tracks people, and it tracks people based off of the light bouncing off of their body. So he said that one day LiDAR will completely take over or replace security cameras. Because if you put a camera in here and there's 100 people in there, that camera isn't going to pick up on the 100 people, but a LiDAR sensor will.
Mm-hmm.
And so one day he said, one LiDAR, the sensor, it can go up to, I forget, for let's just say 600 feet for the time being. But it will track cars, and it'll send you a ticket one day for speeding or whatever. And then I feel like it gives our freedom away, I mean, we're being conformed.
Monitored very, like...
Yeah, monitored in a way that the technology will turn us into robots ourselves, like very robotic. 65 miles an hour on the dot.
Mm-hmm.
But then in other ways, this sensor is not so stupid. It's very, very intelligent, and it can be super useful, like in whatever story you're gonna tell me. Go ahead and tell me.
Yeah. Well, no, to go off what you're saying, I mean, that's how it's already going on, because I don't know if it's LiDAR, but I was in Switzerland traveling. They do that, and it's fucking hell of annoying. But the good thing about Americans is when we are rebellious. So like when they introduced that in New York, I don't know if you saw that recently. It was called like it wasn't so much for tickets, but they started doing like surge traffic, like tolls.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, this is done. Like because they're doing that in Switzerland. I got like 3 fucking tickets. I didn't know it, but on the highway. And also this was weird in their cars. Like the car would tell you and start making beeps if you were when the speed limit would change. It would go to 40 to 50, and like say I was over, it would give me like a boop, 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 like a beep. So it like the car was kind of telling you like your fucking seatbelt when it's off, like to slow the fuck down.
Oh, wow.
So it's like hardly that could ever happen. But of course I was just fucking whizzing,
Right.
and I got 3 tickets when I got home, and I was like, what the fuck? So that's annoying. But one thing I will say that's like fine with all that, especially the LiDAR and stuff for speeding. We're gonna have self-driven cars in like 5 or 10 years, so we should be fine.
Well, this guy, he's so intelligent. During this conversation, so that technology is specifically being used in airports for.
What do you think for security?
Airport security.
I'm down for that. Why do I have to wait in this line? Like, can we get to the point where I could just streamline walk all the way to my gate, and there's something else seeing, like just let the LiDAR like pat me down as I'm walking in.
Like the exit, like when
exit Amazons?
Sort of exit Amazons, but
you don't have to ring up. The checkout, you just walk right out. It's already checking you out as you're putting it in your fucking bag.
Yeah, that's weird. But when you leave the airport in JFK, and there's like the 2 glass doors that you have to walk through.
And it's like can't go back.
Right, you can't go back. Maybe they should have something like that for TSA, where we're just being scanned as we go through.
That's what I'm saying. There's like an area, but you can just not break stride. You can just keep it moving, and like it's just is reading, like it's just it's X-raying your fucking bag, look at me head to toe, check out my ass. I don't care. Like I don't want to be beep beep and then having to deal with the lady. I said take your shoes off, blah blah blah. I'm like, you're killing me. Let me throw my headphones back on. Headphones in the rack. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's like they strip you right there, right then.
It also just takes too fucking long.
But also, I was going to say with the TSA, so is there like actual radiation every single time? Because I don't even like putting my food, in this.
I would assume
whatever it is. I don't like that.
I would assume so.
And so people who travel a lot, more exposed then
Yeah,
to this
yeah.
security systems that they have now, and there has to be. I wish there was like an alternative. That's all.
I would be surprised, but I also would be, because it is such a like a mass like thing that people are dealing with, and I feel like they would have a huge legal situation on their hands if like it came out and it's like, oh, you guys are getting dosed with like 0.25 radiation every time that shit scans you. It's like, I feel like that has to go through like a lot of like legal hoops. The technology where we have to stand like this and it goes around you.
Yeah, I don't like
that's,
that.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's a private like contractor. Like, I feel like there's technology being built that are pitched to TSA, and TSA bought that, so they would have to prove that it's like not detrimental. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you can't like pitch a product to TSA and like all these fucking airports and airlines. Hey, here's our product that would like make security go faster, and here it is. Like, they're gonna do their testing too. Because if it's like proven to give us small doses of radiation, it would be like, no, okay, next, what other technology can we use? So that would be some shit if it was giving us radiation, just because of all that. You would think, you would hope.